My name is Jess Cohen. I go to Middlebury College. I will be a rising junior this coming year, and I study international politics and economics. I originally heard about this program through a talk that was held at Middlebury College with the past interns from CNS. It would be last summer. And I heard about the different projects that they were on, specifically Octav, who's I guess 2 years older than me. He talked about his project, and he was directly involved in looking at a North Korean mine that turned out to be actively mining uranium, and I think that's what it is. And he talked a lot about his research and just being in Monterey, and that's really what got me excited about applying and doing this internship. Attend lectures, which is amazing that we're getting paid to go to these lectures by experts. Then we develop an independent research project, which I can talk more about later, that I'm super excited about. Then we also do a simulation as states for the Treaty on Nonproliferation. And so I'm Austria this summer, and so we all come to the table as different countries from around the world to discuss nuclear nonproliferation, and we have to represent those countries. And then we also help out on research that the research assistants are doing at CNS. Emily, Quinn, and I have started this project looking into how Iran has potentially evaded the U.S. sanctions since the United States left the JCPOA in 2018. So we've created this huge database of all these sanctioned ships that were previously sanctioned up until the JCPOA, and then the U.S. reimposed these sanctions. So it's been a real learning process going through and collecting all this data, and now we're trying to analyze it, find the trends, and there's been some cool trends that we've highlighted that have actually found these ships changing from one country register to another, so the flag that they're flying on the ships all changes around the same time, and it has this strange pattern from Cyprus to Tuvalu to Tanzania to Panama, and then finally to Iran after Panama removed a lot of these ships from their registry. So I've really enjoyed working with Emily, and she's brilliant, and I've learned so much just about international relations talking to her about all of this. And together we've been able to so far compile some cool research, and we're looking forward to analyzing it more and creating a timetable and looking into the companies that own these ships and how they changed over time too. So usually I come in the morning, 8:30 sharp, and then we'll start working on some project, maybe filling in a database. Emily, another intern, and I, we're doing research into how Iran's exports of crude oil may evade the current U.S. sanctions. So we've been creating this large database. So usually that starts with inputting information about the ships, and then we'll go to a lecture around 10 o'clock, and usually that's a lecture given by either an expert that is at CNS or a visiting expert. We've had some pretty cool different people that have come and talked to us about nonproliferation. And then usually have lunch with the interns in a garden around CNS, and there's a lot of beautiful areas around here, and then come back for a couple more hours of work and another lecture in the afternoon. I think one of the things that I was not expecting that I've really gotten away from, that I've really enjoyed from this internship, is learning about this new topic that I had barely really known about. I'd written one paper on it in my freshman year on nonproliferation, but didn't understand the magnitude of this area of study and all the physics and all the engineering that goes behind it. I'm nowhere near close to understanding all of it, but the little parts that I do understand is so interesting to me, and I've really enjoyed that aspect. I've learned so much. I came into the summer expecting to learn a lot about negotiations and treaties. So that was what I thought I was really interested in, but sitting in on some of these lectures from like Michael Dutzman was so cool, actually learning about the different type of fuels inside different rockets that carry these nuclear warheads and how they re-enter into the atmosphere, which I never even thought about, that they leave the atmosphere. So I thought that was really cool, and just being able to really understand the whole scope of this huge topic that everyone seems to have some type of opinion about, whether it's you're talking to someone in a coffee shop or a friend at a party. Well, I'm interested in going into the State Department or doing something in the Foreign Service. So we've actually had a lot of different speakers come in that have a lot of background in the Foreign Service. So I've got to hear a lot from them about their experiences. And I've also been able to establish a more comprehensive understanding of this field that is obviously very referenced in international relations. And so that's been really cool. And just to also connect with these other interns that are all going to be going off and studying and working in super interesting fields. In California, I've been super excited to just get out and explore this area. So I've gone up to Tahoe and Big Sur and Santa Cruz. So it's been really fun just exploring and getting out to the area. And also when we have a sunny day, going out and trying to learn how to surf is pretty fun. And just hanging out with the other interns, it's been really fun having a large group here in Monterey. I would definitely recommend it. It gives you a chance to learn something that our schooling system barely mentions. Even when you're studying political science, we'll talk a lot about security, and at least at Middlebury we only have one class on WMDs, so it's really cool to dive a little bit deeper into a subject that you knew surfacely, on a surface level, and to meet these people that this is their full-time expertise, and these people that are involved in nuclear arms control, negotiations, and really studying the physics behind it all. It gives you just a scope beyond what any normal academic class has given me so far. So I would definitely recommend this internship if you're interested in advancing your knowledge when it comes to international relations as a whole, and specifically a field of study that you might be interested going into, or just want to get better at honing your research skills or sitting through lectures, whatever it is, exploring a new area.